Girls and Curries, a company that designs and makes barbecue service accessories such as barbecue stands. Consumers who buy company products tend to be 25 to 14 years old. The main business structure of the company is flag structures. At present, the company's main business strategy is to joint venture with local enterprises in New Caledonia, order across manufacturing products. The company has some advantages in expanding its overseas business. First, expanding the overseas market can expand the scale and increase profit of the company. Second, globalization and global economy can complement each other's resources. Expanding overseas business may attract position consumers in some countries, such as Germany. First, Germany is second largest European country with a population of 18 million, with a population of about 13.7% between the age of 25 and 14, which means a larger numbers of major countries. Second, German food culture is mainly based on barbecue and solar. The product managed by our company are just in line with their needs. Third, Germany is the largest economy in Europe. Trade is of great importance to the German economy, with export and import equal to 84% of GDP. Generally speaking, government policy will not interfere with foreign investment. This means that Germany not only has sufficient spending power, but also its openness is very beneficial for companies to expand the local market. Expanding national market means increasing the output of product. Although part manufacturing is necessary in other countries, such as New Caledonia. New Caledonia belongs to French overseas territories, where there's a cheap labor force. Choosing this country is not only to transport and reduce product cost, but also can increase production and price competitiveness in order to facilitate product competition in the national market.
Will & Co. has decided to go with joint venture strategy where they would acquire a local utensil business or a professional business to market their product, and by forming this they would form an horizontal integration. Basically, joint venture is done to enter an unfamiliar market. Grill & Co. has an advantages of forming a joint venture such as synergy, which means pooling of resources, experience, and skills from each other, easy to enter a market. The joint venture is a relatively cheap strategy to enter a new market, explanation of local knowledge. The host country company can take care of all the legal stuffs and the knowledge to attract customers. Relatively cheap, it's more cheaper to produce in overseas market. Benefits from host country government as Grill & Co. has an USP unique selling point can gain a subsidy or a grant from a country government for producing 100% bioplastic material. Both country has a good relation in exchange of goods, um, as Australia has been one of the major importer of New Caledonia. By investing in an emerging nation, Grills and Co can gain 40 to 60% of tax rebate from the government. Grills and Co has a decentralized structure with a narrow span of control, has and four basic functions of business, marketing, finance, production, HR. Production, the barbecue accessories will be produced in New Caledonia and the serving accessories will be produced in Ballarat. HR director has an overseas director and an overseas manager and an local manager. Advantages of having a decentralized structure is teamwork. Smaller team can work in a team in a more effective way. Improved morale. Staff can empowered and motivated as their inputs are also being considered in the decision making. Greater efficiencies. Employees can showcase their skills and expertise in the organization and have an effective communication with a smaller team. There is a great opportunity for more people to get promoted as more level exists in the hierarchy.
With opportunities come certain challenges that the company might face while establishing the business in New Caledonia. The first challenge is dealing with the multidimensional culture of residents, including 33 different native languages. Country is referred to as a French territory with a bit of European influence, so it's important to understand the company makes enough effort to fit in the culture and do not hurt anybody's sentiments. Next is understanding the market. Unlike Australia, where the people are approached a bit casually and are addressed with their first name, in New Caledonia it's important to address people with their surname. Work relationships are more formal and it's advised not to address someone with their first name until a good relationship is formed. These small things count towards the operations of the company. Advertisement and promotion. The New Caledonian people only have access to internet through public cafes mainly for the local business. It could possibly challenge the promotions of the company, so the company might need to build a nice relationship with local business operators in order to make sure that the company advertises a product in a sufficient level to make sure it has good sales. Language barrier. The most common language spoken is French in New Caledonia, so there could be chances of miscommunication and misunderstandings between the employees as the locals only know bare minimum of English. Company can overcome this challenge by providing translators or hiring bilingual employees so the company can have smooth functioning without any communication problem. The last challenge the company could possibly face is taking care of the environment. People in New Caledonia are really concerned about the natural environment and biodiversity. So the company has to make sure that there is minimal effect on the natural environment while producing and manufacturing products and also making them aware of carbon-free products.
Now that we've analyzed the possible challenges that may arise for the business, we also have to examine how outsourcing will affect the locals of New Caledonia. The three major concerns that we will be looking at are: how will this operation affect local businesses, how will this operation affect the environment, and how will this operation affect the people's daily life. Moving our operation to New Caledonia will in turn create more jobs for the community. With more people being paid, this means there is a higher amount of money available to be spent. Due to the fact that these jobs being offered require some form of training, this will lead to a better educated population. The environment is one aspect that the community will certainly have some concerns about. Our carbon neutral accessories are here to reduce the level of carbon emissions into the atmosphere. Given that the temperature has risen over 1 degree at a world level, it is important to do our part to keep locals and the world in check. New Caledonia's economy relies heavily on tourism. Having our operation based in this country will give the country more recognition on a world level, which in turn will bring in more tourists. Also, with more educated and employed people contributing to society, the city will be a safer place to live in. In order to ensure a long-term cooperative sustainable relationship in New Caledonia, the workers who we will send there will have to respect this new culture. Such small countries do not constantly interact with different cultures and will have to adapt to their new traditions. To be able to maintain this healthy relationship, we must adhere to their values.
We put an end to our presentation and we hope that you like our idea of expansion in New Caledonia and we look forward to invest in our company. Thank you.